Welcome to another Women and the Series with Tobo Sigwe Ikolomo. I want to discuss today on Ichu Aja, sacrifice. Ichu Aja. Igbos, you say, Ana Achu Aja, ka Ana Achu Aja, keep in amande mo. Ka Ana Achu Aja, keep in amande mo, which means it's important for you to be sacrificing. Sacrifice. Carry out sacrifice from your own end, so that the blame will be upon the spirits who the sacrifice are meant for and have refused to live up to their own end. You know, it's like a covenant. Life is covenant. There is a covenant that we take before coming into this life. In fact, I think everything done in this life is about covenant. Marriage is about covenant. Most our relationship, even if you are employed, when you sign your contract papers, it's a covenant. You are in government, you swear an oath. It's a covenant that you are going to do this and you are going to do this and you are going to do this. So life itself is about covenant. So we have covenant with unseen beings, unseen deities who help us in our journey of life. So this saying, Kana Ichu Aja keep in amande mo, underscores the importance of Ichu Aja in one's physical journey of life. At times, some people ask me, Ikulu, or the necessary Ichu Aja, is it necessary for one to carry out sacrifice? And I would say yes, it's inevitable. It's inevitable. I don't see the possibility of one going through life without being involved in one sacrifice or the other. We are going to look at forms of sacrifice. I doubt the possibility of one going through life without. In fact, there is no possibility that one will live life without getting involved in one form of sacrifice or the other. It's not possible. You have to sacrifice to make a meaning out of this journey of life. For it to be a little, even just an average success, then sacrifice is needed. So the amount of sacrifice you put in this journey of life is what will determine the amount of success you are going to get out of the journey of life. So for one to conquer his spiritual battles, which more often than not translate to physical battles, such person must cultivate the habit of Ichu Aja. I've written somewhere and I've said elsewhere that that's one who engages in sacrifice is the person that understands the importance of life. So anyone that wants to practice Ordinary Igbo must brace up him or herself for this important aspect of Igbo traditional religion. Ichu Aja. A person who lives a righteous life, a life of purity, a life devoid of greed, sexual promiscuity, and lies, and matches such life with sacrifice. Sacrifice here now means blood sacrifice. To required forces, as at when due, will be a firebrand. In fact, I promise you, the person will live a long and blessed life. Take this word, this teaching to the bank. I'm staking my reputation on this. Anybody who lives a pure life, a life devoid of greed, lies, and sexual promiscuity, and matches this kind of life with sacrifice, when I mean sacrifice now, blood sacrifice, to the necessary power points, you live a blessed and long life. The only thing that will make this different is if that person is already cursed before coming to life. That means the person has to suffer in this existence. That is the only exception. There are three forms of sacrifice. Three forms of sacrifice. The first one is what? Personal sacrifice. Personal sacrifice, this is a life of discipline. When one dedicates his or her life on timeless principles, when one lives out life based on timeless principles, based on values, saying and standing on truth, living a life devoid of sexual promiscuity, living a life of contentment, this person is carrying out sacrifice. This is sacrifice. This type of life is sacrifice on its own. So sacrifice does not It's not just about blood sacrifice. No. This kind of life, a disciplined life, is what is sacrificial life. Because life is about pleasure. People want to enjoy life. So anybody that turns his or her back on the pleasures of life is paying one of the ultimate spiritual sacrifice. I don't know if I should consider that the highest form of sacrifice. Like monks do, or our ancient Dibyas. You see some people go into a monastery. They turn their back on the world, on the society. I'm not saying those that go into monastery and use the monastery as a cover to still enjoy life. No. Number 2, forms of sacrifice, blood sacrifice, obala. Obala gale, aka gale, ayade for obala. This is a sacrifice that requires blood. Blood is life. It is this blood that we use to renew our covenant, our pledge to the forces that are working for our good. So in our own culture, Dinana, we use fowl, we use goats, we use cow, we use bull. These are the major animals that we use for blood sacrifice to renew our covenant. It's costly to do this. Just like it's costly to live a life of discipline, it's costly to always be sacrificing. It's costly. So anybody who is doing it consciously and consistent is doing it, there is a price. Because in every loss there is a gain, and in every gain there is a loss. Number 3 is material sacrifice. Material sacrifice is what is given, is what the Christians call tithe and offering. This is sacrificing your material resources for others, for the less privileged. Works of charity. Works of charity. It's important that once in a while you carry out works of charity. Give out to those you are better than. Everybody has someone that you are better than. At every point in time. Some people think that it's till they have excess money. That's when no. Every time. At every point in time. So these 3 forms of sacrifice are essential to have a balanced movement in this journey of life. They are inevitable. Personal sacrifice, blood sacrifice, and material sacrifice. Ichu Aja. So when we talk about Ichu Aja, it's not just about blood sacrifice. These 3 must come in. These 3 must come in, must be in place for you to enjoy this journey of life. Thank you.
If you love the video you will just watch, please like and subscribe, and also share the video. Please like, subscribe, and share this video if you love it. Thank you.